sorry. Right lane ends. Okay. She said you don't look it. Yeah. Hey, Michael's Adventures, welcome in. Hope I'm coming through clearly. Hey, QML World, thank you for coming by. Doing pretty good. We just got on the road for the day. Let me bring in my other camera here so you can see where we're going. Let's see. Oops. Okay, I gotta figure out how to do this. There we go. More on, I hope. Thank you, QML World. We're in Ohio at the moment, traveling westbound on I-70. So how's everybody doing today? David said he's tired. And we just got started. Oop, I forgot to route Randy. Randy is our Rand McNally GPS, truck GPS. She tells us where to go and the fastest way to get there. There we go.
Continue on this road for 36 miles.
What's for lunch, QML World? We had a couple donuts from Walmart for breakfast. We probably won't eat again until tonight before we go to bed. Hey, Scratch and Pete. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Hey, Brenda. Thank you for showing up. I'm glad you're here. Mushrooms, tacos, vegan. Sounds good. David wouldn't eat it. He's a really picky eater. Yeah, he's not vegan. He doesn't do fruits or veggies at all. How are you doing today, Brenda? Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and share it out to your friends. Get more people here to see us traveling down the road. It's my first experiment of doing this live, a live ride with Wolvespirit. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear David in the background. He needs to learn to speak up, I think. He's pretending he's going to yell. That might be a little too loud. It does get quite loud in the truck with the wind noise and the road noise and everything. Hey, Camp Silky, welcome in. Yeah, it's nice and shiny and bright. A little bit hazy, but it's blue skies. Thank you, QML World. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Mom. I don't know if everybody here right now knows, but Sparkles Hope Chest is my mom in real life. Hey, Nora, welcome in. Nora, the Stock Explorer. Everyone's welcome to connect with each other if you're not already. Thank you for dropping links, Brenda. Yeah, it's a little bit windy today. Hey, Miss Canadian Scrapper, welcome in, Evie. What's the orange thing on the right? That is one of our decorations. We have Easter window clings. They're like jelly window clings. It's a 3-piece egg right here. And then here's our lights that are around the windshield. It's bunnies and carrots. I couldn't really get the camera aimed right to where those weren't in there. Yep. And you probably get the bottom of the carrot right here. Another window jelly cling. We have, when we started this morning, or this afternoon actually, we had 300 miles, just under 300 miles to get to our receiver in Pendleton, Indiana, where we deliver at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. Hey, Bud Files, welcome in. Mom just asked where we're headed for. I already answered her question. We parked last night at the Walmart Supercenter in Triadelphia, West Virginia. And by the time I got set up for the live, we had already crossed into Ohio. We're on I-70 westbound, coming up on exit 208. The speed limit here is 70 miles an hour. We're going about 65 right now. Nora said we're moving. We usually do whatever the speed limit is. Jester's ornery as always. Mom's asking about. He's laying in his house in the bunk, in the sleeper. See if I can show you. Right there is the crate, his house. I don't know if you can see him though. It's really dark back there. Let's see. Solo layout. Right there. There he is. You can see him a little bit. Oh, he just popped his head up. Somebody talking about me? There we go. Now you can see him. Say hi, Jester. Tilting his head. You silly dog. No, I didn't lock it. I just turned it off. Mom, Grandma said she loves you, Jester. Jester's in the spotlight, Nora said.
Yeah, kind of was.
Brenda saw him. Hey, Rural Art Connection, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. We are hauling Brazilian wire
Fine.
or twine. Nora was asking what we're hauling.
Baling twine.
Baling twine. That's what it was.
Well, it's Brazilian twine, but it's baling.
Okay, it's made in Brazil, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's baling twine. Brenda, I'm waiting for Pixie to pick her up from the vet getting spayed today.
Space today.
Spayed. I read it wrong. Getting Pixie fixed so she can't have kittens.
But that's the normal one.
Yeah.
They're breaking her.
They're going to break her, Brenda. I think Nora's saying hi to you, Dee.
Hi.
You want me to turn the laptop so you can see David while he drives? I have to change the screens again. Well, somebody else might want to.
I give her nightmares.
Okay. Wait. Washed out. There's David. You want to say hi, David?
Hi.
Turn off the farter. Yeah. Hey, Brainstorm Challenges, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Congrats on getting monetized. Thank you for tweeting, Nora. I appreciate that. She tweeted out the live.
Okay.
Hey, the weightlifting geek, welcome in. Yeah, we do bounce around a lot, Nora. Rough roads, and well, at least we got air ride, but still.
Air ride on air ride on air ride.
Yeah. Air ride seats on air ride cab on
Air ride suspension.
air ride suspension. Brainstorm Challenges said you guys are so awesome. Good to see you go love together. I think she meant live, Nora.
We're not doing that videos.
No, we're trying to keep the channel family friendly. 23 miles from Cambridge, 100 miles from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, Mom, Cambridge.
23. We're at mile marker 202 according to Randy. Brainstorm challenges. My address, my mailing address is in the about on my channel. I haven't had a chance to message you yet. It's already been a busy morning for us. Yes, Nora, it's in the description. Actually, it's in my about on my channel, not the description. I'm happy for you getting monetized brainstorm challenges, and I'm looking forward to you reaching your goal too. That's one goal we have for very soon, hopefully. We moved my mom Sparkle's Hope Chest out of Southeast Texas up to Kansas City area to get out of a bad situation and last July, and we ran out of time trying to find a permanent place for her to stay. So we had to put her into a long-term extended stay motel that we've been paying for ever since. But we are still trying to get a more permanent place, a house, apartment, buy a property, something. Mom's asking what the temperature is out here.
Well, it's recording 68.
The temperature gauge on the outside mirror on our truck is recording 68 degrees. I know I've only been live for about 15 minutes, but what do y'all think so far? Should I do more of these? More Ride with Wolvespirit lives? By the way, when we see somebody parked on the shoulder, especially if we can tell they are still there, we always move at least one lane away because it's safer. You never know when there might be a child or a toy or something roll out into the road. You want to be as far away from that as possible so there's no accidents and you have more time to stop if you have to.
Somebody not paying attention, like the door open.
Yeah, that too. Somebody not paying attention, throws the door open, steps out of their vehicle, steps around their vehicle, and you don't see that. It's not just for the emergency vehicles, it's for anybody parked on the side that we do that for. Hey, Gail Southern Living, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Brainstorm Challenges said, God will provide and blessings are everywhere, so y'all have been a blessing to me. Mom said 63 feels like 70 in Kansas. Rural Art Connection asks if we've ever driven through Kingman, Arizona. Yes, we have. We actually had some friends that are also truck drivers that live there, but we haven't talked to them in a while. The Weightlifting Geek says we should definitely do more live streams. Nora Stock Explorer, it's 79 in Orlando. They're warming up. Rural Art Connection, no pet cemetery situations. I don't follow closely behind trucks carrying wood. Final destination flashbacks. Yeah, I hear that. Wood or pipes or anything that's got straps across it. You can see the straps are flapping. They're not tight. No, thank you. Rural Art Connection teaches in the Kingman area. What do you teach? Brenda said it's 77 in Kansas. Need to go for a walk. She's in South Central Kansas. Yeah, about 3 hours away from where mom is. Gale Southern Living, it's 87 degrees in Texas. Well, of course, Rural Art Connection is an art teacher for K through 8th graders. That's cool.
Yeah.
Brainstorm challenges, it's 81 in Alabama. It's warm down there.
Yeah.
The Weightlifting Geek, I'm enjoying learning more about you both as content creators and truck drivers. Thank you, I appreciate that. We're trying to get more info out there. One of our main goals with this channel is to educate the general public of what it's really like to be a truck driver out here on the road for 300 plus days a year. What we go through, the places we go, what we see, the craziness that we see other drivers doing day to day. Not just four wheelers, car drivers, but truck drivers also. It's just crazy some of the stuff we see. Some of our experiences at truck stops. I've done a couple of reviews on showers and truck stops, um, different places we explore, adventures we go on, stuff like that. And then when we're not on the road, projects that we work on. My diamond painting and the Legos that David and I have been building, puzzles, just different things that we work on when we have downtime to relax. Nora said, don't follow cement trucks either. Those pieces of rock chip off and hit your windshield. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have 3 rock strikes currently on the windshield. We're not in at the point where we have to get replaced immediately. We are keeping an eye on the cracks and the chips. If they get any bigger, we will have to get our windshield replaced for the second time in this truck in less than 3 years. Mom misses Texas and the weather in Texas. Gail Southern Living asked if diamond painting is hard. She got one in surprise mail yesterday. Oh, that's so cool. What's the picture of, Gail? Um, it's not really hard to do. It's just, it can be time consuming depending on what the size is. I think it's relaxing. I wish I had more time to do diamond painting. Um, for any of you that have been watching my Happy Meals, unboxing my diamond painting clubs I get every month from Easy Whim, I do get a lot of diamond paintings in those boxes every month. I get 3 canvas paintings that are 30 by 40 centimeter, 2 canvas paintings that are 40 by 50 centimeter, and 4 to 6 different projects. Sometimes they are diamond paintings, sometimes they're other types of crafts. So I've been building up the different projects to work on, and I just haven't had time at home to work on them. But I really love diamond painting. Weightlifting Geek said it's 72 in North Carolina. Rural Art Connection. My husband, who also is a teacher, social studies, teases that we should be a husband and wife, long haul truck drivers when our kids move out. Your research for me. That's awesome. Um, I don't know if you would be looking at going company driver or owner operator. We are owner operators. We are leasing to own this truck. We book our own freight with the company we're leased onto right now, F2F Transport. I actually talk to brokers directly and negotiate the prices we get for our loads. I bid on loads online on a couple different load boards. And basically, how we run the business is David drives the truck. I do everything else. I book the loads. I plan the routes. I keep the records in a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet. I plan where we're going to stop for the night or for breaks and where we're going to fuel. It's definitely not a lifestyle for everyone. You have to be independent, and if you're going to be an owner operator, you got to know how to run a business, what your expenses are, what your bottom line is, how much money you're going to need to make to break even, and how much you're going to need to make a profit and pay all of your bills. And the less home bills you have, the better. Especially right now, the spot market is not doing so well. With, and Randy got lost. With fuel prices right now between $4.50 a gallon and, depending on where you go, $6 or $7 a gallon, it's ridiculous. It's crazy out here right now trying to make money. And brokers are not paying what they were even 2 or 3, 4 months ago. Oh, there's an oversize on the other side of the highway. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Looks like an in-ground pool. A pickup truck with a little trailer. Yeah. Let's see. Brainstorm challenges. Have a great day, everyone. I've got to go back to work now. Great to meet you. See you later, Brainstorm. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Gail Southern Living. A dome with flowers. Okay. I don't know what that was in reference to. Oh, the diamond painting. That's what she got. Hey, natural Jamaican vegan, welcome in. And I kind of went off on a little bit of right turn on that getting into truck driving. Huh? Oh, Wisconsin plate. That Chevy that just passed us, he was jamming to his radio, tapping his steering wheel. What's everybody drinking today? I got water, plain water. That's usually what I drink during the day. Yeah, you forgot to split your soda. I got water, okay. Now, a lot of the time while David's driving, if he needs a drink or a snack, I get up and get it for him. Mom's drinking sweet tea as usual. If you guys aren't connected to each other, make sure you get connected. A lot of great channels in here today. Stock Explorer, how many hours do you drive between pit stops? It kind of depends. We are regulated. We can drive 11 hours within a 14-hour window, but in 8 hours of driving, we have to take a 30-minute break. And then after we run out of hours for the day, we have to take 10 consecutive hours off, either off or in the sleeper berth. And there's a little bit more to it, but that's the general hours of service rules. Most companies will allow you to do an 8-2 or a 7-3 split, where you're in a sleeper berth for the 8 or the 7 and off duty for 2 or 3 hours to go along with the other half of it. But those times cannot be broken up with on duty or driving, or for the long periods, they cannot be broken up by an off duty. It has to be the whole 8 or 7 hours in the sleeper berth. Rural Art Connection is drinking maca tea. Brenda's drinking water, and she said, "Are we there yet?" We still have about 250 miles to get to our delivery. I'm not expecting y'all to stay here the whole time, and I don't know how long I'll stay live. Google Route is saying 3 hours and 50 minutes, and Randy is saying just under 4 hours. Yeah, it's about the same time. 3 hours and 54 minutes.
34.
The weightlifting geek is drinking water too. Weightlifting geek said, cool to learn about the hours requirements. Brenda said, I'm kidding. Nora missed what we're hauling. It's we're delivering to a Tractor Supply distribution center in Pendleton, Indiana.
Probably for government.
Okay. Has anybody got plans for Easter weekend?
Right? Well, West Virginia in the state of Ohio.
Yeah. Mom, is it just me or is Wolvespirit buffering? I hope I'm not buffering. I'm watching the actual YouTube tab and it's not buffering for me. When's the last time you re-signed back into the Wi-Fi? Going to church for Easter. I'm hoping I can find us a load to pick up tomorrow and get making more money. Jeez, did you see that car move over behind the truck? He was way too close.
He moved over twice.
Oh, you moved to the right and then back to the left? Yeah, don't do that. That's just crazy. Be patient, especially around big trucks. And he's following too close. He started moving right again, and then the truck was going to move right back into the lane he needs to be in. Mom said she'll be sitting in a motel for Easter. Brenda and the weightlifting geek say I'm not buffering. Yeah, the longer I'm showing you where we're going, the more likely you'll see some crazy stuff drivers do out here. We've seen some stuff the last couple days.
In 1.5 miles, keep to the left on I-70.
You can't overtalk the GPSs, so when she starts talking, I'm just going to stop. How many days ago was that? The black minivan. About 3 days ago, we had a black minivan cut us off and almost took off our front end. We just found the dash cam video on that this morning before we got on the road. And for whatever reason, we can't get the videos off of the dash cam to play on the computer. So I had to record it with my phone, and I'm thinking I'm going to put that together in a short video later and post it. Show you guys some crazy stuff.
Side camera. First car.
Yeah. We have a 3-camera system on our truck, which we unboxed last year in one of the Happy Meals. And I have a camera on my side looking back.
Keep to the left on I-70.
Okay, Randy. Looking back behind us, and then there's a camera on David's side looking back behind him on his side, and then we have a camera looking forward. And when this black minivan cut us off,
keep to the left on I-70.
You can see the van come up on my side because we had just moved left to pass a camper trailer, and the van comes up on my side, and then on the front camera,
for 70 miles.
She talks too much. On the front camera, you see him cut right in front of us between us and the camper trailer, which was in the right lane, while we were in the left lane. What are you working on, Mom? A scarf by chance? Or a hat? A beanie hat? Rural Art Connection. You should. Near crash videos is crazy. We've had a couple of them. Last year, one of the first videos I posted was a semi truck passing other semi trucks coming towards us on a 2-lane road and a back road in New Mexico. And he almost did not get back in his lane before we met him. And David, my husband, went over onto his shoulder to avoid the head-on collision with this other semi-truck. Mom's working on my scarf.
Okay.
Yay! I can't wait to see it. We're planning on being home next weekend.
Station ahead.
Probably around the 22nd. What?
You want to make a comment about the radar system following distance and everything?
Oh yeah, in this truck and in most newer trucks, there is a CMS, crash mitigation system, that the trucks come with. And in our truck, it shows the vehicle in front of us, how far ahead they are by feet. Is it just feet or is it
Feet and time.
feet and time? How many seconds ahead, how many feet ahead, and it also shows how fast they're going. For example, that extra truck, the extra trailer right in front of us, I hope, yeah, it's kind of hard to see him in front of us, but he's doing 65 miles an hour. The speed limit is 70 according to Randy, and I haven't seen the speed limit sign recently.
Yeah, it's still 70.
Okay, it's still 70.
390 feet,
We're 390 feet behind him,
just about 4 seconds.
and that's about 4 seconds following distance. That's basically a minimum that you want to keep between you and another vehicle when you're in a semi-truck.
When you're in any vehicle.
Any vehicle, yeah.
How many people follow this far back?
Yeah, how many people are following this far back? Can you guys hear David? Do I have to repeat everything he says? Let me know. You don't want to be following so close, especially if you're following a truck that you can't see the side mirrors, because then they can't see you for sure. But even if you can see the side mirrors, it's not a good idea because you cannot see what's going on in front of that truck. If there's a problem in front of that truck, you won't know it until the truck slams on the brakes, and then you might not be able to stop in time. So it's just safer to leave more space between you and any vehicle in front of you. Doesn't matter what vehicle you're driving, a truck, a car, a motorcycle, you need more space around you for panicking, for problems up ahead that you can't see until the last second. That's a hazmat, and he's getting too close to that truck in the left lane.
Gaining on him.
Yeah, he needs to slow down. And this is the kind of stuff that I want to get out into the general public for them to understand. And if you can't pass a vehicle quickly and get back over to the right lane, you should not be passing. Now, see, the truck that was in the left lane was trying to pass the other truck, or maybe did he just move over because that truck just came on?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit different case. He moved over so the truck getting on the on-ramp could get into the travel lanes, which is good. You know, we can't always do that. We can't always move left because we sometimes have vehicles on our left that people coming on cannot see. But they get irritated and frustrated with us, and they do stupid stuff. But if you can't pass, you should not be in the left lane. If you can't get the passing done quickly and back to the right lane, it's not safe. It holds traffic up. It irritates people. And then they do stupid stuff because they're mad at you for holding them up for 2 seconds. Yeah, we got a scale coming up.
Yep.
And Tyson's not in the correct lane for the weigh station. A state weigh station. I don't know if they're open. That first bar that goes over the road is usually the weigh in motion and to tell the weigh station system that there's a truck coming through. This bar right here, which we got the green light the slow beeps, the beep, 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 that tells us we got the bypass. And the sign right here says the weigh station is closed. So regardless of what the beeps are, the lights on our pre-pass box are on the windshield, we don't have to go in through the weigh station. They're not open. Hey, Granny's Garden, welcome in. Nobody said anything. Can you guys hear David when he's talking? You want to say something?
I don't know what I need to say.
Did you guys hear David? Okay. My Granny's Garden said you're low.
Okay. I'm sitting over here on the other side of the truck.
Yeah, he's sitting on the driver's side. I'm on the passenger side with the laptop, which is where the sound is coming from. Brenda heard you. We are in Ohio on I-70 westbound, currently at mile marker 172. We're heading towards Pendleton, Indiana to deliver tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Since my Granny's Garden just came in, I want to make sure she's up to speed. We're trying to pass this truck over here. It's FedEx with the extra lease trailer.
Yep.
You didn't change your speed, did you?
It's a hill.
Oh, it's a hill. We're heavy. We are, was it 78,000 pounds? Actually, 79,000.
Okay.
Yeah, we weighed 79,000 pounds with our load, our current load. So a little bit of a hill is going to slow us down a little bit. Yeah. I think the right lane is ending, if it's still active.
Yeah. I think it's active. The sign is
Yeah,
and this one's laid down.
okay. I don't think they're doing the construction right now because all their notification devices are turned away. We have 233 miles to get to our delivery by 8 p.m. Eastern. And right now, Randy, our Ram McNally truck GPS, is saying the ETA is 6:39. So we're still good on time.
Well, we have to go through Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, we got to go through Columbus. We'll get off of I-70 before we get to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
My Granny's Garden. My daughter and son-in-law are both out doing their 30,000 miles training. She just left Ohio a few days ago. Not sure where my son-in-law is. Oh, they have to do their training separately? That kind of sucks. Back in 2010, when David and I were trying to go team together, we went to school together. His fifth time? Yeah, his fifth time going to school, my first. And we were going to go to Schneider and drive his team, company drivers. And if I remember right, they were going to put us both in the same truck with one trainer.
I think so.
But I couldn't pass the physical above what DOT requires that they had back then, which they don't do anymore. And I tried going through it twice. But since I never got hired at Schneider or anywhere else. Now I would have to go back to school and get at least 2 years driving experience somewhere else away from David for me to be able to drive with the company we're leased onto now. So I guess that's over as far as both of us driving together. I do get to ride with him, and I run the business from the passenger seat when I'm not home spending time with Mom, Sparkle's Hope Chest, for those that don't know.
Gusts.
Yeah, it's been a little bit windy today. Yeah, we're leased onto F2F Transport, and their requirements is 2 years recent driving experience. But the whole company is owner operators with their own trucks. They are the authority. We use their numbers to run under, and they do all the back end factoring, uh, getting the brokers to pay the bills. We don't have to worry about any of that. So that it's a little bit different than like Prime or Schneider or most other companies. Yeah, Mom, I was just saying when I'm not in the truck running the business, I'm at home spending time with you. Hey, Mrs. VS NC09, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. Love ride-alongs. That's what she said. Yeah, this is my first time trying a live ride with Wolvespirit. Depending on how this goes, I think I might do more of these. Um, I'm also experimenting with how much of my limited data this will take up. Been on about 45 minutes so far. I want to do, a set time, set a number of hours or whatever, so I can gauge how many gigs of my data a set amount of time will use. And then I can better judge how often I can do these. I do have 200 gigs a month now that I can use between 3 different devices. So I don't think I'll have a problem with running out of data. When I did the Pepsi Nitro live test with David the other day, we were on for I think 52 minutes, and it took about a gig of data. So it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. If it's comparable with today's live, that should be doable for me to be able to do lives a couple times a month at least,
Yeah.
maybe more often. Nora asked if we could get unlimited. For the hotspot, we cannot get unlimited. They limit no matter what for some reason. But we did just get a brand new 5G MiFi hotspot device that has 100 gigs limit. And then each of our phones also has 50 gigs hotspot data to connect my laptop to.
It doesn't actually completely cut you off.
It doesn't cut me off. It just drops the speed. And I don't think streaming would work when I get throttled back on the speed. Brenda says she has unlimited. Streaming on the phone itself is unlimited.
Yep.
It's the hotspot data for my laptop that is the big problem. That's where I need the high speed data because I use the laptop to book our loads, to plan our routes, to run the business. So I have to make sure I still have hotspot data to run the business, but also be able to run my YouTube channel between lives and uploading videos and everything and watching other people's videos. So this live today is part experiment and part getting to know, do you guys like this? Do you want to see more of these? More of these live Ride with Wolvespirit. Do you like only seeing out the front windshield, or would you like to see me too in the video? I can have both of the cameras showing. I was trying to figure out earlier how to have one screen bigger than the other, but I'm still new to this StreamYard. This is only my third live so far. I'd appreciate any feedback from you guys. Wow. In the live video, the van just got in front of us. That's a big delay. I'm not used to that. Yeah, it wasn't charging. Not so. Yeah, it's getting dusty out here. My granny's garden. You're good for your third live. This is really cool watching rolling down the road. Thank you, Granny.
So far, nobody's done anything really stupid in front of me.
Yeah, haven't had any drivers doing stupid stuff in front of us yet, but just wait.
Yeah.
We see stuff almost daily, and some days multiple times in a day. It's crazy and scary, especially when I'm over here in the passenger seat and I have no control whatsoever. I put a hole through the floorboard trying to stop the truck when that black minivan cut us off the other day. That was so scary.
I tried putting a hole in the floor.
David tried putting a hole in the floor. Oy. I actually did call 911 on that van. It was a Georgia plate, and I told them, we were in Arkansas at the time. I told the state troopers what happened, and they said they would pass the message on. I don't know if anything ever came of it. I kind of doubt it, sadly. And he was doing 90 miles an hour. When I was talking earlier about the CMS, the crash mitigation system that our truck has, that's how we know he was doing 90 plus. When he pulled in front of us, David looked down and saw that it was showing 90 miles an hour. And there was pretty heavy traffic. He cut between us in the left lane and a camper trailer in the right lane that we were about to pass.
Literally about.
Yeah, literally, there was no room for error. I'll be posting that video in the next couple days. I've got the video off of our dash cam. We had a wreck in our truck, our Peterbilt, back in 2011. That to this day, I still suffer from PTSD because of that wreck. So when I see stuff like that out here now, it really affects me.
Thank you.
What's the highest speed you can go? My granny's garden said. The speed limit, legally, this truck can do 85, but we go the speed limit or a little bit under. Right now, where we are, and we're coming up on some construction, the actual normal speed limit is 70. Here in the median, right here, you can see speed limit is 50 for the work zone. So we are slowing it down. When I started talking about the speed limits, we were going 65 and the 70. But since we're coming into some work zone, construction zone, we're slowing it down to 50. A little bit under 50 right now.
And 49.
And of course, the more space you have between you and other vehicles, the safer. In case somebody blows a tire or loses control or there's something in the road up ahead that you can't see yet, you need that space to be able to stop. And with the semi trucks, the heavier we are, the longer it takes us to stop. We cannot stop on a dime.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
We don't stop as quickly as a car can. Right now, with the load we have in the trailer, we weigh 79,000 pounds. A normal car weighs what, 3,000? 3,500 pounds? Just because we have 18 wheels does not mean we stop faster or stop as fast as a car. We need those 18 wheels to spread out the weight.
We still only have 10 brakes.
And we only have 10 brakes. And even with that, we still need a lot more distance to stop than a car does. My granny's garden. I think my daughter said their truck can go no higher than 62. There are companies out there that will, what's it called, David? Govern. They govern their trucks to a certain speed limit, especially company trucks. There's one, Raider Express. Aren't they 58? I think Raider Express, the company, their trucks are governed to 58. That's the highest they can go. Prime, I guess, is 62. They're at Prime. My granny's daughter, garden, daughter and son-in-law, I think they went to Prime. And the daughter said their truck can go 62. Maybe it's because they're just starting. But Prime is either 62 or 64. Schneider, I think, is 70. Or is it 65? Trans Am was 65. 64, 65?
Actually, 64, 66.
64, 66, okay.
64 through 66 on the north.
They were backwards like JCT?
No, that was correct. 64 crew.
Oh, yeah. JCT, John Krishner Trucking, they have their trucks set to 68 miles an hour with your foot on the floor and 70 on cruise control. Now, if you lose a tire, especially the steer tire, and you're going 70 on cruise, to be able to save your truck and not wreck, you need to step on it and pull the weight off the steers a little bit so you can keep going to get to the shoulder. Now, if you step on the pedal, the max you can go is 68 in a John Krishner truck. But you're already doing 70 on cruise control. They have it backwards.
You can't accelerate.
So you cannot accelerate if you're already on 70 on cruise control to be able to save your truck and not wreck if you have a blowout. So we never understood that while we were there for 10 months back in 16, 17?
Yeah.
17, 18.
Yeah,
2017, 2018. My granny's garden said, yes, they're working for Prime. And she said, that's a lot of pounds. What?
could be because they're on a trailer truck.
Yeah, it could be because they're on a trainer truck. Maybe when they get into their own truck, they'll go up to 64. Maybe after a certain amount of time driving their own truck, they'll get upgraded to 64 govern. But these split governing, split speed limits and all this all over the country in certain states, it's not safe, contrary to what most politicians and people think. If a truck is set at not being able to go more than 65 miles an hour, and the car's speeding up at even as post as 70 miles an hour or 75, 80 in some western states, Texas, Wyoming, etc. They're not paying attention. They come up onto this truck that is going 5+ miles an hour slower. Well, they just went up under the trailer because they weren't paying attention. And who gets blamed? The trucker in most cases. Hey, Stephanie. Put a cowboy smiley in there. My granny's garden. I'm surprised that they have cruise control.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, semi trucks have cruise control. Um, Pete did, didn't he?
Yep.
Our Peterbilt was in 2006. That's the oldest truck I've ever been in. Um, the trucks my parents drove, because both my mom, Sparkles Hope Chest, and my father have driven trucks. That's why I wanted to be a truck driver. Yeah, Stephanie Greenwald is my best friend. Her and her husband drive for Schneider. Or her husband drives for Schneider. She's kind of like me. She rides in the passenger seat and runs the business. And right at this moment, Stephanie Greenwald has two 80-pound dogs, 3 cats, and a baby 2-week-old goat riding around in her truck with them. The goat was born preemie a couple weeks ago, and they had to bottle feed her. So they had to take the goat with them on the truck to make sure she got bottle fed every 6 weeks. They've had it. That state trooper just passed us, still has his blinker on. Oh yeah, he's going into the median. That's why.
Now he needs to turn his lights on to let everybody know he's.
Yeah. They've been calling him an idiot for having his blinker on.
And he's leaving.
Yeah. Stephanie called Mom Aunt Pat.
Well, he's turning around to monitor this side.
Okay. Okay. We met Stephanie through Schneider when we were still there a couple of years ago. I think it's been about 3 years since we met Stephanie now.
I think so.
Late 18, 3.5 years. I need to talk to Stephanie about something later. My granny's garden, that should be interesting to have the animals trucking with them. Yeah, their truck is crowded. I don't know how they do it. But it's both of them, 2 dogs, 3 cats, and right now a goat, a little baby goat. It's so cute. And they have basically the same size truck we have. They have a 2022. Sandy! Hey, Sandy. Thank you for coming by. I'm so glad you're here. Brenda, my daughter has 2 small dogs in their truck. Sandy said, hey, Mr. Wolvespirit. Hey, Jester.
Howdy.
David said howdy, and Wolf for Jester. Jester's looking at me with his head cocked like, what? Somebody talking about me? Hey, Carol's Creative Corner, welcome in.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We are currently in Ohio on I-70 westbound. Zanesville, Ohio is the nearest town. We're at mile marker 148. What?
Behind us.
Oh, we already went through Zanesville. Randy just changed to Hopewell, Ohio, as showing the closest town. That should be the one coming up. We are delivering in Pendleton, Indiana tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Wow, there's 10 people watching right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. I've been live a little bit over an hour now. We've done, since we left this morning, we've done about 90 miles. Not all on video.
Yeah.
Stephanie said they're on 70 East heading to Ohio. They're in Indiana right now.
Okay. Where in Indiana?
I don't know. They're on 70 East heading to Ohio.
Where in Indiana?
I don't know. She didn't say. I'm thirsty. I want a drink.
Where in Indiana?
You hear him, Stephanie? He wants to know where you are. Paused in Brazil, Indiana. I think that's
Okay.
Indiana.
Yep. It's just this side Carol.
Okay. We might pass you, Sandy, and you're keeping up on 300 subscribers. That's awesome. I haven't even looked recently. It was 271 when I went to bed last night. It was 269 when I got up this morning. And it's 269 right now. Well, I'm making progress.
Creeping up on 324,000 miles.
Creeping up on 324,000 miles on Velvet. Who is in the truck? It's me. Wolvespirit Productions is the channel, of course. My husband David, he's driving, and our dog Jester. He has his own videos in Jester's house on our channel. That's Carol's Creative Corner asking. Good old YouTube with their yo-yo numbers from Sandy. Yeah, I'm used to it. I've been stuck around the 250s for so long. I'm just happy to be in the 260s now.
Good old yo-yo tube.
Yeah, yo-yo tube.
Licking County.
Licking County. Okay. David's licking there. He's a goof.
Brownsville.
Texas?
Tennessee.
Yeah, that too. So many of these towns, they copy each other's names. And you wonder who copied who first. Of course, if you go back and look at which town was established first, that can usually tell you. There's David.
Bet now will show me.
And you can see him. Jester. There he is. He just popped his head up. There's Jester in his house. It's kind of dark back there. Let me get the flashlight. Oh, yeah. There he is. Try to aim the flashlight. There he is. Now you can see him. He's looking at us. Oh. I think you need to charge your flashlight, maybe. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, I just didn't have it aimed right. There's Jester. Say hi, Jester. Wait. I don't know if it's me or the screen or what. There we go.
Bouncing because we're bouncing.
Yeah. Jester. Silly dog. And he's protected in that crate so nothing can fall and hurt him.
You've got extra padding on top of it.
Yeah. Got some pillows sitting on top of the crate. Left is right crochet with Sandy said, I chuckle every time I see Brenda Davis Scrappity Doodah's name. I told her last week that our last name is Doodah. Who knows? We might be related. It's Jester, Jester. Carol's Creative Corner said Chester, Chester.
Yeah, a lot of people have that problem.
Yeah, a lot of people mistake his name. Chester was actually my grandpa on my mom's side. Mom, can you correct me on that? Is that right? I never got to meet him or know him. Yeah, his mom's dad. Jester, like a court jester, a joker. He came with that name when we adopted him from the Kansas City Pet Project on September 9th, 2018. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share with your friends if you can. Get more people in here seeing where we're going. And connect with each other if you're not already.
Another hill climb challenge.
Yeah, we're climbing another hill. So, of course, that's slowing us down a little bit. Even though it's spring, there's still a lot of dead trees out here. I'm wondering if Mother Nature knows how to do anything anymore. Snow out west, north, crazy weather.
Supposedly some snow in the northeast tonight.
Stephanie, thanks for the reminder to like. So you said you needed to talk to me. What did I do now? Nothing you did. I was just wondering if maybe next time we come down, or if you want to send me some videos or anything of the animals, I can post on the channel and show all of my viewers, because I don't know how to get them connected to you. Actually, Stephanie, do you want to drop your family farm Facebook group? Get more people in there. Drop the link to that. Thank you for sharing Carol's Creative Corner. I appreciate it. They have Stephanie Greenwald and her husband. They have, see, it's 9 goats now, including the new baby, and 32 chickens and roosters, and then 4 dogs, 3 cats, a partridge and pear tree yet? Carol's Creative Corner. You're welcome. May the mother of the highway be with you in your travels. Thank you. Mom dropped the Facebook group. The Greenwald Family Farm link. That's where Stephanie Greenwald, my friend, posts pictures and videos of their homestead. They have a little over 5 acres southwest of Springfield, Missouri, that they're developing and growing, and they've got animals there. And recently, they started planting some garden stuff, herbs and such. But they post updates every so often of what's going on, and cute little videos of the baby goats running around. They have 3 baby goats right now from 2 different goat moms. We've gone down to their property twice in the last couple months to see it and see the animals. And after the first 2 baby goats were born, we went down to see them. That was the second visit. It's about 200 miles from Kansas City, where we live, to get to their property. So it's a bit of a trek, but we take the car down so we don't have to use the truck. They park their truck in their driveway, but it gets really soft and wet there, so their truck gets stuck sometimes. Just a couple weeks ago, they had to have it towed out because it got stuck. Our signal was slowing Stephanie down. Now we're in New Jersey. We're, what, 25 miles from Columbus?
Not that. I think that's the edge of the road.
Okay. Okay. 45 minutes would put this at 2 hours. That's a good measuring.
Yeah.
Carol's Creative Corner is in Rhode Island. We've been up there a few times. We don't get that way very often anymore. The tolls are too much, and the loads don't pay enough to go up there. When we were still at Schneider a little over a year ago, we used to go up to Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, through Vermont, of course, get to New Hampshire, and Maine, because Schneider paid all those tolls. But now that we're at F2F Transport, we pay all the tolls. David barely had time to move over for that truck on the shoulder.
And only because this guy moved over.
Yeah, this tanker in the third lane, he moved over so we could move over. Yeah, he's getting it. Hazmat. Carol's Creative Corner has a head cold. I hope you feel better soon, Carol. Head colds are no fun. Nora the Stock Explorer. That's Stephanie that I've been telling you about recently. Funny story. I was looking at my stocks last night. I've been getting a little bit into buying some small stocks, really cheap stuff. And I've been watching Nora the Stock Explorer, trying to figure out how to do this and what stocks to look into and everything lately. And I looked at one of the stocks that she had recommended a couple weeks ago. I actually bought 10 shares of it when she recommended it. Well, I looked last night, and it was $1.09 when I bought it, Now it's showing at $2.58. And when I told Nora last night, she said, "Wow, how did you decide to get that one? What directed you to get that stock?" And I was like, "You." And she's like, "Really? What? Really? Me?" She didn't remember. It was on, I think, one of the Friday lives that she does or has been doing, that she recommended that stock. Hey, Shalisa's Journal, welcome in. Yeah. I hope the stock is still at least 258, if not more, on Monday when markets open, so I can sell, make a big profit. It's cheap money, but that much of a profit. I keep doing that and put more and more into it each time. I start making more profit, right? I think that's how it works. I've never dabbled in stocks before either, Carol's Creative Corner. I'm just now getting into this stuff. But hey, a little over $1 per share. It was cheap. I didn't have much money in my account, so I only bought 10 shares. But I'm going to definitely be keeping an eye on that. What? Okay. Don't forget to like and share the stream out if you can. One of our main goals here at this channel is to show the general public what it's really like to be a truck driver out here on the road for 300 plus days a year. Uh, Educate and try to get the people to understand that a truck driver can't stop on time. We can't turn sharp corners without having to move left first to get our trailer around that corner. The different things that we have to deal with from day to day out here. Mom is thinking about Arby's for dinner. Carol's Creative Corner. I don't know how stocks work if you pay the broker. I think Nora the Stock Explorer will be the best one to answer that question. I use Webull. I'm trying to get into Robinhood, but they're being picky. With us being truck drivers, we don't have a physical address, a residential address. We just have our secure mail drop at UPS store, and they don't like that. There are so many entities out there that insist everyone's got to have a residential address. We can't register to vote. Well, I can't sign up for Robinhood without jumping through a million hoops. But up until last year, when we moved Mom up to Kansas City, we had no reason to have a residential address that we would only see a few days a month, but be paying thousands of dollars a month on. Why do that? And now we're trying to get something so Mom can have a more permanent place to live other than the extended motel, which she's been in for 9 months now, I think. Yeah, 9 months as of tomorrow. But prices around Kansas City are expensive. It's just ridiculous. And with recent events and everything, prices are not going down, they're going up. Gas price, fuel costs, price of food, price of housing, everything. And the rate for the loads that we haul are going down. or Sunday.
Like,
Where? Oh, yeah. The southwest wind. How many beavers? Okay. Oh, was Carol's Creative Corner the one? Yeah. Nora asked Carol. Tap. That's what she says. David's giving me a dirty look, like what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know if we're coming into a bad service area.
hospital.
Yeah, Carol and Mom are saying I'm cutting up. Well, there is that a cell tower right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably it's switching between cell towers, and my playback has paused. There it goes. Okay, I just lost. What in the world? All I heard was Carol's Creative Corner. My granny's garden got to go. Enjoyed the ride along. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming by my granny's garden. I appreciate you sticking around for as long as you could. I'll be doing more of these lives in the future. I can't really plan them. I can't schedule them. Um, it just depends on when we get on the road and try to do them during daylight so you can actually see. Carol's Creative Corner said no fly zone. I was talking about your beaver thing with between you, Carol, and Nora, trying to figure out where that's coming from. Yeah, I kind of thought it was a Miss Canadian Scrapper joke. I wasn't sure though. You never know. Now, it's new DC going up here. There's no indication of who. There's a Love's right next to it though. That's a good location. And a BP over on the right side.
Speedway.
Speedway. As Nora said that Miss Canadian Scrapper has a stuffed animal beaver Carol's Creative Corner, a beaver was given to her and she had a Name My Beaver contest. David's over here laughing. Yeah, I missed out on that. I only recently met Miss Canadian Scrapper, Evie, and I met her through Nora. Boy, it's getting windy. I don't know if the wind is coming through on the mic. Yeah. Carol's Creative Corner. Its name is Bushy Beaver. TMI? Oh my goodness. There's all kinds of innuendos in there. I'll probably stay on for about half an hour more to get a solid 2-hour window to be able to judge how much of my data live streaming uses. Trying to get an even amount of time to be able to calculate the data. Yeah, we'll go through Columbus also right at the end. Columbus, Ohio. Brenda's known Miss Canadian Scrapper for 4 years. That's cool. Brenda Davis, Scrappity Doodah, does a lot of scrapping and dumpster diving, some diamond painting, nature walks. She shows her kitties. I think she's got four cats. Tookie, Pixie. I can't remember the other cats' names. Carol's Creative Corner said cute names came out of the contest. I can imagine. Carol's Creative Corner, I just started dumpster diving, but most places use compactors. Yeah, Mom and I did a little bit of dumpster diving back in January, but it was still pretty cold and getting snow every week or every other week. We haven't had a chance to do more dumpster diving since. We used to do a lot of that when I was a kid, and January is the first time since then that we've done any. I like to get some of the hauls that Brenda finds. Are we staying on I-70 through Columbus?
Yep.
Okay. I think We're basically on the outskirts of Columbus, aren't we? Okay, yeah.
They just got the sign back there. Columbus Through Hazmat must use the bypass.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So we're just now coming into Columbus, Ohio.
108 east side of the bypass, which is 3 miles.
Okay.
Here is actually the city limits of Columbus.
City limits of Columbus right here. And in a couple miles is the east side of the bypass. Any hazmat loads have to take the bypass around the city. They cannot go through downtown. Carol's Creative Corner. I subbed to you, Brenda, and added a few to watch list. I will leave comments too. And make sure you guys are connecting with each other. Build your channels. And don't forget to like and share this video out if you can. I would appreciate that.
In
Oh,
1.5
okay.
miles, keep to the left on I-70 West.
If you heard that voice just now, that's our Ram McNally, or Randy as we call her, our truck GPS. She tells us where to go and the fastest way to get there.
Keep left to stay on I-70 West.
And that voice was Sam, the other GPS.
Google Maps.
Google Maps on a Samsung tablet. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you liking and sharing.
Keep left to stay on I-70 West.
Randy stays over on my side of the truck, and
Keep
I,
on I-70 West for 9 miles.
when the GPSs are talking, you don't talk because you can't be heard. So when they start talking, I'll stop talking. But anyway, Ram McNally stays on my side of the truck, and I set her up with the route with each of our planned stops.
In a half mile, keep to the left on I-70 West.
Shipper, receiver, fuel stops, overnight stops if we have those planned. I set up the Google route on Google Maps on the laptop, and I send
mile, keep to the left on I-70 West.
I send the link to that route to David in Facebook Messenger, and he opens it up on his work tablet that is Velcro to the dash over on his side of the truck, so that he can also see the map and see where he's supposed
for 7.9 miles.
see where he's supposed to be going. Carol's Creative Corner is asking what we're hauling, if you don't mind me asking. We are hauling baling wire, baling twine, and it's not wire, it's like string. And that noise is what we call the farter, the lane departure warning. If David gets anywhere close to the lane lines, that goes off. We are delivering to a Tractor Supply distribution center in Pendleton, Indiana tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Currently, our ETA, according to Randy, the Ram McNally GPS, is 6:42 p.m. So from when I told you earlier, our ETA, we've lost 3 minutes from climbing hills and such. Hey, pertaining to Rose, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you coming by. Oh. Drunk bump makes that sound. Okay, what is that? That's Carol's Creative Corner saying that.
We're inside the 270 loop.
Okay. So we're inside the 270 loop in Columbus, Ohio now, on I-70 westbound at exit 107. We still have 170 miles to our delivery, but I think I'm going to cut this off in about 20 minutes. I've been on almost 2 hours already. I can't believe that. My longest stream yet, and it's only my third.
Basically, as soon as we get to the other side of Columbus.
Yeah. Really wanted to show you guys Indiana and how rough that road is, but Indianapolis itself is the roughest, and we won't be going through Indianapolis. We'll be turning off of I-70 before we get there. Carol's Creative Corner, when you drive too close to breakdown lane, drunk bump makes that sound.
Or
Yeah,
rumble strips.
the rumble strips. The sound you heard was actually the truck's lane departure, which usually, except in Missouri, happens before you get to the rumble strips. It happens when you touch or get too close to the lines or the dashes. Even if we're like right now in the middle lane, if we get too close to one side or the other on the lane dashes and that's turned on, she'll fart. We call it the farter. Pertaining to Rose and Brenda Davis Scrappity Doodah met yesterday in person for the first time, and they both posted videos from that. That's pretty cool.
Those things going through the town, the heavier traffic, the more likely to see a lot of
Yeah,
stupid driving.
heavier traffic going through the middle of town. You might see some stupid stuff going on. Drivers doing stupid stuff, like following too close. I had the pleasure of meeting Brenda Davis last year, and we stopped and saw her again the other day. Brenda and Left is Right Crochet with Sandy are, I think, the only two I've met so far from YouTube, other than Mom, but I already knew Mom, of course.
Your mom before you do.
Yeah, I knew Mom from before YouTube. I hope so. That'd be kind of weird. And long before I started doing YouTube, which has been a little bit over a year now, I've met other people that I met online first. I met them in person. So meeting from people I met online first and meeting in person is not new to me. Mom Wolf.
Well,
Yeah, David and I met met online
Reduced ahead.
on April 12th, 2010. We met online in a forum. David Rickard. And 3 days later, he rented a car and drove up from Forest City, Arkansas to Springdale, Arkansas, where I was living. And we spent that whole weekend together. And the rest, as they say, is history. Yeah, it's 12 years and 3 days since we met online. Boy, time flies. Carol's Creative Corner asked, do you watch Return of Cajun Roots Reseller in the mornings? I've never heard of them. Brenda Davis, I also had a great time too meeting pertaining to Rose.
5 miles. Keep to the left on I-71 South, I-70 West.
Channel PTR Adventures.
downtown Columbus.
Yep, there's downtown Columbus right in front of us. The skyscrapers. Carol's Creative Corner. Love story meant to be. I think she's talking about us.
Maybe.
He said maybe. Maybe a love story meant to be. Or maybe she's talking about us.
Talking about it.
Good channel to watch, 8:30 Eastern. I don't get up that early, especially up and on the computer to do anything. Usually. Unless we absolutely have to get up early to go deliver or pick up a load. I'm not a morning person. Okay. I see cop lights up ahead on the right shoulder.
In
Okay.
a half mile, keep to the left on I-71 South, I-70 West.
Yeah, he's got somebody pulled over.
In a quarter mile, keep left to stay on I-70 West. Follow signs
sure?
for US 23, 4th Street.
Okay. But there is a cop car there, too.
In a
On the
quarter
right
mile,
shoulder.
keep to the left on
Shut up, Randy.
I-71 South, I-70 West.
Oh. Yeah. Somebody parked their car off on the shoulder, out of the way.
Stay on I-70 West.
And it's getting towed. It was tagged, so it's been there a while.
Continue on I-71 South for 2 miles. Keep to the right on I-70 West.
Dawn's channel that does auctions with me Thursdays lives in Indiana. We're in Indiana, Carol. Brenda's not a morning person either. And unfortunately, I never got the taste for coffee. The smell actually makes me physically ill. Pertaining to Rose, when I sleep, I dream about driving and I have to wake myself up. Yeah.
When I first started driving.
David said he did that when he first started driving. He's got 16 or 17 years experience now. Huh? I think it's getting close to 17 by now. Kind of hard to keep track of it anymore. And traffic is getting a little heavier now.
Well, we decided we were too close.
Yeah, I agree. Carol's Creative Corner. Her boyfriend Robert, the trucker, drives for FedEx. I think they live in Auburn. Auburn, Indiana? Okay.
Okay.
Yep, here's the heavy traffic. Jeez. That truck needs to slow down. The one over on the right side. Yeah. Like I said, the longer you watch and the heavier the traffic, the more stupid stuff you'll see. People need to be patient. It's not a race. And if you're that tight on time, you need to leave earlier.
No reward for getting there first.
Yeah. And not getting there at all.
Keep to the right on I-70 West. In a quarter mile, keep right at the fork to stay on I-70 West and follow signs for dating.
Well, that's the ultimate reward.
Well, I'm not done. If everybody would stop talking. GPS keeps talking over me. Not getting there at all. Okay, already. Not getting there at all is no reward at all. You'd rather get there late.
Continue on this road for 5.9 miles.
I'm going to shut those two up here in a minute. I'd rather get there late than not at all. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Late's better than never. Always.
Yeah, late's better than never. What I don't understand is these people that live in, for example, Columbus. They know where the construction is. They know where the exits are. They take the same route every day. And they still cut traffic off. They're in the far left lane and they need that exit right there.
Yeah, they still forget what their exit is.
They're not paying attention. So they cut three lanes of traffic off, try and make that exit, cause a wreck, or get in a wreck themselves. And then they don't make it at all.
Guess what? You're not making it work today.
Yeah. When you're driving, put the phone down. You don't need to be texting. If you have a passenger, let the passenger do the texting. David does not mess with his phone whatsoever while he's driving. I deal with all the phone calls, all the text messages, all the whatever needs to be done because I'm over here in the passenger seat. I'm not in control of the vehicle. I like and don't like night driving pertaining to roads. Um, Night driving, it's more difficult to see what's going on. There are still, excuse my language, idiot drivers out here that don't have their lights on. They're running with daytime running lights only, so you can't see them from the rear because they have no tail lights. There's still people doing 5, 10, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, cutting people off. It doesn't really matter the time of day from what we've seen. There are idiot drivers out here 24/7, 365. I'm trying not to offend anybody because I don't know how anybody is or how anybody believes or what people think around here, but there's certain things you should not be doing on the road. If you're driving, drive. You don't need to be multitasking.
If you need to send a text, pull over to the shoulder and stop and send a text, and then get back on the road.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard David, but if you need to send a text or you need to look up an address to find out where you're going, pull over to the side of the road, pull off onto an exit, stop at a gas station, park in a safe place, do whatever you got to do, and then get back on the road. Brenda Davis can't see at night. When it's raining, it's really bad at night, especially on some of these roads. You can't see the lines. You can't tell if you're in your lane, the other person's lane, both lanes, all three lanes. That's the scary part. Yeah, I don't like going anywhere at night in the rain if we don't have to.
Go right.
Yeah, Chicago is crazy. I hate going through Chicago. There is something that you drive by that's really cool. I would love to show y'all.
Keep to the left on I-70 West.
That small building?
Building?
Huh?
The building?
That small building?
I was talking about the hole in the ground. There's a quarry in Chicago that we drive right by that would be really cool to show you. Yeah, and you need to get left. Pertaining to roads, I drove through Missouri and Iowa last night. Back highways, lots of deer on the road. Yeah, that's something I love to see, and we've seen a lot of it lately. Um, just a few days ago, on our way back from Utah, it was Utah and Colorado.
In a half
And
mile, keep to the left on I-70 West.
unfortunately, I was not recording, so you won't be able to see it. We saw over 300 deer, 40 elk,
Yeah.
20 or 30 bison. I think
Quarter mile, keep to the left on I-70 West.
was that when we saw the sheep or the next day?
Okay.
Okay, and alpaca or llamas?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't know which one they are. I can't tell the difference.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, they're really close.
Continue on this road for 59 miles.
A bunch of horses, a bunch of cows, and I think a couple other things. We saw all kinds of animals. Carol's Creative Corner. I think it's neat to use blinkers and a trucker blinks light to let you in, and then they flash tail lights to say thank you. We do that. That is old school truckerism,
Yep.
trucker lingo. Not a lot of people do it anymore. Of course, there's a lot of newer truckers that, they haven't been around the trucking world their whole lives, or 20, 30, 40 plus years. Yeah, a lot of steering wheel holders that don't know what they're doing, unfortunately. Pertaining to roads, eastbound and down. No, westbound and down right now. We're on I-70 westbound around mile marker 93. I think are we on the west side of Columbus now? Okay, we're on the west side of Columbus now. Carol's Creative Corner. It's courtesy and respect for each other and the road. Amen. Definitely. 100% agree. And then unfortunately, a lot of drivers, truck drivers, four-wheel drivers, a lot of people don't have it anymore. They don't show it. This is a me society we're living in. And yeah, the respect and the courtesy has disappeared. It's all about me and to hell with anybody else, sorry to say. Pertaining to roads, are you heading towards Kentucky? No, we're heading towards Indiana, I-70 westbound. We're delivering in Pendleton, Indiana tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Our current ETA is 6:45 p.m. Eastern. We're 154 miles from delivery, but I will be cutting off this live stream in a couple minutes. I've been on for about 2 hours now, and this was partly an experiment to see how much of my limited data live streaming will take, so I can calculate and figure out how often and for how long I'll be able to stream while we're out on the road. I have 200 gigs of hotspot data to connect my laptop to per month. Carol's Creative Corner. No one owns the road. No, we need to share the road. Be respectful of the road, other drivers, vehicles, everything. Pertaining to roads, do you have the iPass or Easy Pass? We have the Elite Pass from PrePass. It covers all tolls. I think there might be a couple it doesn't cover, but we don't go there. California?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't go to California. It's not worth it. Carol's Creative Corner. Hope to see you in your travels again. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys stayed around and watched where we're going and rode with Wolvespirit today, live. My first live ride with Wolvespirit. My third live overall, and my longest. I've really enjoyed this and talking to y'all, and hope you did too.
We have PrePass, Easy Pass.
Yeah, PrePass, Easy Pass.
And it's all the Elite Pass. It's all in one.
It's all in one box called the Elite Pass. It's a white long box. Brenda Davis, this has really been a great stream. Thank you, Brenda. We are now at mile marker 89 on I-79 westbound in Ohio. And I think this is about where I'm going to cut it off. Let me find something here real quick. Thank you for coming by and watching up my live stream. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.
Adios.
Bye-bye.